Howdy everybody, Michael Mass here, and welcome to the Disney Diner Review, your one-stop shop for everything food and foodie at Walt Disney World. Today we're going to do two things. We're going to take a stroll down memory lane, because this was the first, right here, Yachtsman right behind me, was the first food review that I ever did on Walt Disney World property. As well, we are starting steak month here all month of June. We are going to go to steakhouse, and then I'm going to give you my top 5 steakhouses on property. Obviously, this is a repeat. Next week will also be a repeat as we go to Artist Point, and then we'll add 2 brand new steakhouses to round out the month. There's going to be 4 steakhouses this month, and then I'll give you my top 5 steaks that I have had on Walt Disney World property. This is a long open, so you know what? Let's get inside. Let's go! Let's look at the menu here at the Yachtsman Steakhouse. First, we're going to start off with the French onion soup, lobster bisque, Caesar salad, and the Waldorf salad there on the left. Appetizers on the right, you're going to have the jumbo shrimp cocktail, blue crab cake, artisanal cheeses, the charcuterie board, and the escargot bone marrow. Let's go on down to the main part of the menu. On the left there, you're gonna have the Yachtsman seafood platter for 2. That's gonna be a big old platter full of lobster, mussels, shrimp, and everything else that you can think of seafood there, obviously. Next up, we're gonna have the Japanese Wagyu beef. That's another one of those costly options, but I bet it is major league delicious. Down to that 21-day aged steak, the 32-ounce porterhouse for 2. That's another one of those options. And the last time I was here, I was able to eat that. On the right, you do have the butcher cuts, the 8-ounce Angus filet, 12-ounce New York strip, 14-ounce prime rib, and the 16-ounce ribeye steak. On down to the entrees that don't involve a steak, you have the Maple Farms duck, pan-seared scallops. You have the 1.5-pound Maine lobster, the Okinawa purple sweet potato filled pasta, that's a tongue twister, the braised beef short rib, and the chicken cordon bleu. This place is going to have plenty of wines for you. You also have the enhancements there on the side, the bone marrow, the broiled half Maine lobster, the strip scampi, and the Oscar style. As well on the right, you have truffle macaroni and cheese, cream spinach, sauteed mushrooms, braised onions, beef fat potatoes, and then the premium sides at the bottom, the twice baked potatoes, glazed Thumbelina carrots, and the butternut squash risotto. As well, here's the wine menu. It's a thick book with plenty of wine. So if you're a wine lover, you're gonna wanna check this out, because I'm sure they're gonna have a wine you will like. So that's the menu here at the Yachtsman Steakhouse. Let's take a look around the restaurant and wait for our food to come out. We do have the bread, and you have garlic. The full garlic cloves there with the butter. So you definitely have to try some of that before your meal comes out. The salad has come out. Look at this amazing looking Caesar salad here. Doesn't that just look, wow. Time to dig in. And out comes the steak. There is the steak. I ordered the 16-ounce ribeye with a baked potato. It comes with truffle fries. But because it's truffle oil and not like actual truffles, I decided to go with the baked potato instead. This steak looks phenomenal. Time to dig in and have a little bit of dinner. Let's look at the desserts. First up, you have that lime semifreddo. That's how I want to pronounce it right there. You also have the carrot cake. That's no sugar added dessert. You have the white chocolate cheesecake, the Lexington sundae, the seasonal sorbet trio, the creme brulee, and the Admiral's cake. All of those look quite delicious. I definitely would like to give me some of that creme brulee, but I am stuffed at the moment. Let's wait for the bill, and I will meet you outside with a full review of the Yachtsman Steakhouse. So you may realize that I am not at the Yachtsman Steakhouse anymore. I want to explain that really quickly, as everything that I filmed with the steakhouses were in really dim lights and really echoey hallways. So I decided to go ahead and refilm all of my closings. As you can tell at the beginning, it might be a little echoey, it might be a little dim, but since this is the most important part of the review, the part that's going to tell you whether you should go there or not, the part that's going to talk about everything, I felt like I should go ahead and refilm those and bring those to you. So that's the explanation for this whole month of steakhouse reviews. That's why I've done it this way. Let's go ahead and start talking about the Yachtsman. The first thing that I want to talk about is Thomas, the waiter at the Yachtsman, was amazing. Thomas has been there 28 years, not 10, not 20, almost 30 years, 28 years. He told us a little bit of a story about the poster, or there's a picture on the way out that is a picture of Minnie Moo, the Yachtsman's former mascot. It had a big old Mickey head on it. So many years ago, I guess that's how that would work. Minnie Moo was the mascot of the Yachtsman Steakhouse, and he is in that photo with Minnie Moo 28 years ago. How amazing is that, that he has been there that long? So you know you can trust his experience and that he's gonna take care of you well. Great job, Thomas. Now let's get on to the main part of the menu and what the main part of the meal and everything that you're gonna wanna know about. Let's start off with the Caesar salad. The Caesar salad was nice. It was refreshing. It was everything a Caesar salad should be. I am not a big fan on the overall of like iceberg lettuce, but it was kind of in that range. Or maybe it was romaine, I'm not sure. Like, you can see it there. Like, I'm not a huge fan of that type of lettuce, but you know what? It worked. It was really nice, light, tasted well. Everything was good there. I'm not a huge salad fan. Obviously, I'm a meat and potatoes person. So let's get to, well, pardon the pun, the meat of the subject here, and let's talk about the steak at the Yachtsman Steakhouse. Wow. This was an amazing steak on that night. I had the 16-ounce porterhouse 16-ounce ribeye is what I had. The porterhouse is the much bigger steak there that I shared the last time I was there, and I will tell you that was good but not great. This time around, the ribeye, amazing. I will definitely say that 3 times, like I say everything else 3 times, but it's amazing. Definitely get it. I got it medium to medium rare, which is the sweet spot for me. I prefer not to burn my steaks because I want to taste them. As well, I didn't use any steak sauce on the steak this time, so that's good. That's something that kind of becomes a theme over the next few weeks here, is that I don't think I ever use steak sauce on the steaks that I've tried at these restaurants, which is also a really good thing, because usually by about the halfway mark I need a little flavor change, a little breakup, and I always put the steak sauce on there. So the ribeye, 5 M's. My experience this time was a 5M experience. So once again, there's 2 5M's in a row, that's 10 M's. I don't go that high up, but 2 5M's for that experience. Now I'll tell you this, I've been to the Yachtsman twice, so my overall view of the Yachtsman, the service has always been great. The first time the steak wasn't as good as the second time, but that was that much bigger 4-2 steak, like big porterhouse that you buy for 2 people. It's like $110 range. That was just okay. I just felt like it didn't, I don't know, something didn't click on that one for me. But the ribeye was amazing. Definitely get that ribeye if you get a chance there. And I know some people like the strip steak because it's got less fat on it, and that's actually what Thomas recommended to us that night. He's like, hey, you should get the strip steak. And I'm like, I came for the ribeye. And he's like, well, you know your steaks then. Because a lot of people, and I asked him why he didn't recommend the ribeye, and he said a lot of people think it's too fatty. They don't like the fat, but that is where all the flavor comes from. Trust me on this one. With that meal, you also get that potato, you get the bread that comes to the table. The bread was just average bread as it would be. The potato, it's a baked potato. Once again, how can you go wrong there? I don't think there was anything extra really done to the baked potato. I have had a few places where I just love the baked potato and more of the skin on the outside on how they prepare it. Nothing really special about the baked potato on this given night. So let's wrap all this up. It is a 5M steak. That was a 5M steak, a 5M experience. Overall, with my 2 experiences, I'll give the Yachtsman a 4.5 M's, which definitely puts it on the recommended list of places to go and places to try when you are at Walt Disney World. I will also say this, Wait, you want to know how much it cost? So the total on the steak was $74. $74. That's going to get you the salad and the steak. Now I threw a pass holder discount, which they use Disney dining plan there. They also used the Tables in Wonderland and that pass holder discount, so it was $64. Throw on the tip because you know what? You want to take care of Thomas because he did a great job, or whoever else you get there, I'm sure they're going to do an amazing job as well. But 5 stars on the Yachtsman. Next week here on the Disney Diner Review, we're going to continue Steak Month, and we're going to head over to the Artist Point and check it out. I'll tell you this, at the Artist Point, sometime in the past, I've had one of the best steaks that I've ever had on Disney property, so I definitely wanted to go back and check that out again. So I hope you will come along with us on that, and if you like this video, make sure to give it that big thumbs up down there. And if you've already subscribed, there's a bell right there that will notify you. If you click it, it'll notify you anytime that I go live, anytime I post a video. You don't want to miss a thing here. I don't want to miss you. You don't want to miss me. That sounds good all the way around. But guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It's a little hot in this Vegas sun. Until next time, guys, thank you for your time. Here's to life.